Hi there, welcome back. This is Andrew Frank, and we're doing third in a series of three talks regarding the settings of the body tracking monitor software. And so we'll dive right back in here under settings. We left off last with a discussion about risk settings. So again, if you're going to use the risk multiplier here and increase it to 25 or 50 for demo purposes, just make sure that you reduce it back to 1 so it's normal setting and it'll perform as designed. Under pressure settings, we've got a choice here of how many mats. So in the operating room mode, we have a application where you can use 3 sensors embedded in OR pads, and that's why there's 4 USB connections on the face of the data port. And then in this case, we're using 1. Max pressure 75. You can set this higher if you want, but we recommend 75. Min pressure is 5. Anything below 5 millimeters is really just noise in the system. Maintain weight relies on the patient's weight, so you need to have the patient's accurate weight in patient information. So right here, and it needs to be set for every patient if you're going to use it. And it normalizes the data over time, so it makes sure the data stays accurate over long-term monitoring. Risk view we want, yes, we have that on the screen. Gradient view we want, yes, that's on the screen. 3D is available, but it's under construction. Spot filter is if we have a really high individual sensor, we can average it out. That's for use in older sensors. Same with smooth filter, and the same with noise filter. Center of pressure puts a little tracking image on the display so that you can see how the person's weight is moving around on the bed, and then the tail length also is just how long will that tail be. Modified in dispersion index is a indicator of focused force, and it comes from a research study that is used in seating primarily, but it helps to understand what's happening in a particular area, how much of the person's weight is in that particular box. Permission settings is for setting up your administrative levels. So you have your admin level, which is access to everything. Charge nurse could have a subset of that, and then the nurse at the end of the using the system at the end of the bed would have a smaller subset of available features that they can access and modify, and also be under a login. Application settings reminds you what the name or of the data port is. You could have room number and bed number here. Enable maintain connection works to make sure that the wireless stays connected. If it drops, it'll automatically try to reconnect. Again, the name of the data port, the firmware version, and then the Android version of the software that you're using. And if we go back to the main screen now, we can show you. So now you can see there's a center of pressure, and as I put a load on it, it moves. So this is one of the tools. The center of pressure is how we can tell if a person is trying to get out of bed. So if they move to the edge and weight starts to disappear off the edge of the bed, then we know they're trying to get out of bed, and we can sound an alarm. You can also go to, you can make a snapshot, like a screenshot here, and you can also go through and see select different files of information that you've saved. You can, now that just saved a snapshot that you, there. You got mute and reset down here, so mute the alarm, reset the alarm. You can go here and change the end of the bed. So if I trip that, I think we talked about that before. We can go in and do a data review. This is a playback feature, so I can, if I had more data in here, I could go ahead and play back what I've seen over time. And I don't have enough data in here to do it, and you can see I just got a touch of something showing up. There you go. Quick reminder is this is not live, so you need to go back to live to actually do pressure mapping, or you're going to end up with a picture of the body here and think that you're pressure mapping, and you're not. So anyways, that's a quick overview of the features in the software, and we hope this has been helpful for you, and call us if you need assistance.